until it says recording, so it's time to wait. Now it says recording. Nerchio is playing against Strelok. No, never mind, I will stop doing that. Strelok spawning as the red. Now he's playing as the red Terran. Anyway, he is spawning as the red Terran. At the 12 o'clock position, and he's wishing his masochist friend Nerchio the good luck and the have fun as well. Nerchio spawning close positions by ground here on the 9 o'clock position. Of course, Nerchio has a variety of options. He can go for the Spainling bugs. And he's saying, okay, let's just go for Foxy Barracks in his own base. Because for those of you who didn't know this, there's a bug. So the Terran player will, so the players in general will know where the forces, where the Zerg base is, without even scouting. And because we see the flowers here, for example. Yes, we do. And actually, if there is creep spread, I can show you this. We go to the vision of the Strelok. Now, here we see the flowers, for example. Here we see the flowers as well. No flowers in this area. No flowers in this area as well. So, Strelok knows where the base of Nerchio is. He knows it's his close positions. So so and Nerchio's opinions about the maps is really interesting. Saying, for example, that Delnaga Caverns is worse than Steppes of War, and even though he is complaining about Lost Temple. I mean, what is a possibility for Nerchio, of course, is the he can just go for a 7 roach rush, but he's not doing this. Otherwise, we should have already seen the roach roaring. So Nerchio instead decides to go for the hatchery here at the natural expansion, and of course he needs to get Mutis ASAP. He needs to get the drop ability as soon as possible. Otherwise, Thor drop, tank drop, marine drop, SCV drop, everything like that will be pretty much deadly. And Strelok, after starting his command center, after starting to mine some Vespene gas, he decided to go for the factory. And this is what I really like. And I mean, to be honest, I can't really understand it. What am I talking about? Terrans going for the fast expansion. 85% of those guys just keep on producing barracks when going for the fast expansion. No one is really going for the okay, I will build my first barracks, then I start my command center. Okay, now I have to build 5 more barracks. And really not many people going for the continued 1-1-1 building. So build a barracks, build an orbit command, and then go for the factory and finish the 1-1-1 with a starport instead. He just finished with his bunker, so he should be a little bit more safe. Now it's time for him to scan what's going on, but the speedlings are already finished, so the SCV won't scout much at all, not even this creep at this position, so Strelok might be forced to use a scan there. It is time for us to check the harvester count, and it's a 23 against a 26. And interesting enough, okie dokie, I just wanted to talk to say that no armory, no Thora, but on the other hand, we have a medivac in production, we have siege tank, siege mode being researched, we have a siege tank being produced, so a siege tank drop here on the high ground is what will most likely happen very, very soon. On the other hand, Nerchio didn't even go for the lair, so he really needs to watch out. Maybe have the spine quarter here at this position, or just go for some damage right away. And how many There we see the pause. And interesting enough, they're playing in the Team Liquid Open. He nearly forgot about it, and now he's confirming his slot in the Team Liquid Open. It is played today. It is played on the US servers, and it is 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. starting time. So in half an hour, I won't be casting the Team Liquid Open. Um, I might be casting the next one on the European servers, I guess, but not today. I just don't have time, not in the mood, whatever you want to call it. And there we see siege mode activated, bunkers being built right away. Overlord needs to watch out, of course. And what is Nerchio doing? He is going for the push here at the natural of Strelok. And he's killing a lot of stuff. We still got this one siege tank here. Strelok needs to lift up his orbital command. Meanwhile, what's going on? And this base, he just rearranged the siege tank. Now he's got more drones here in range. What's the range of the siege tank actually? Okay, those 1 to 3 mineral patches is what is all about. Meanwhile, this orbital command is allowing no mining at all, and so both are actually on one base, and there we finally see the layer started. It's another 40 seconds for the layer, then another 132 seconds for possible mutalisks, and are another 130 seconds as well for the Ventral 6 for the drop ability upgrade. And I mean, he's got a roach roaring out. If he can move at the front, he can force his tank at least to unsiege. But now the hatchery is under fire, and he decides to go for the overload speed and the drop ability at the same time. So no Spire play coming up by Nerchio here in this game, but he needs to watch out, I mean, because it's only a 60-second research time for the pneumatized carapace upgrade, the overload speed. It will finish in time, but the question is, will he be able to save the hatchery? And to be honest, if he keeps on being so passive like he is right now, I don't think so. Now Strelok is more and more safe in his base. Rebuild a bunker, build a barracks at the front. He's got 4 siege tank in total, going for the engineering bay even. And now the overlords flying in there. The roaches attacking the siege tanks. The siege tank is forced to lift up, rearranging his spine quarter. The bunker goes down. 1 marine dies as well. And yeah, siege tank is not in range of this hatchery. Hatchery 460 HP left. What about the Ventral 6 upgrade? It is just another 40 seconds for those to finish. So, and by the way, now I am awake. Special Andre is back in the zone. And Strelok, I mean, it's still pretty even. Strelok was able to deny mining at the natural a little bit more, but in terms of supply, actually Nerchio is ahead. But if you just build a shitload of roaches, it's not that hard to get ahead in terms of supply. And now those overloads are fully loaded, and he's going directly for the main base. But Vikings out there, a lot of missile turrets are out there as well. And where are the overloads? There they are. And he can do a drop in this area. And now he's aware of it. Nerchio spotted the missile turrets. He decided to move back, and one overlord with 8 Zerglings in it unfortunately died. Meanwhile, okay, of course, all the forces here are cleared up by Nerchio. And Strelok must be feeling good, because when we take a look at the units lost, we see Nerchio is slightly behind. Both are, of course, still on 2 bases, and Nerchio needs to watch out for the Vikings here. And Looks like Strelok decided to go mech. Not only is he producing his first Thor, he just decided to build even more factories. He's got 3 factories in total, and there we see him producing the 4th factory even. And remember, he's still on 2 bases, so he needs to get some income from somewhere. And just wanted to say where are the hidden expansions. And then I took a sneak peek at the minimap, and I see this hatchery here by Nerchio, and of course Nerchio needs to expand even more than Strelok does. Just checking with the Zerglings if there are any bunkers, hidden SCVs and stuff, but no, there are not, and our friend Strelok going for a tank drop once again. He's got the 2 Vikings and he's building a missile turret to buy himself a little bit more time. He needs to watch out for the hatchery, of course. At 307 HP is not that much, and there we see the roaches by Nerchio moving back, and now this hatchery is under fire. It is in a lot of trouble, and we see Nerchio having some roaches. Oh, 2 roaches in total. It's not enough. There we see him getting more roaches. And I'm just getting a call once again. Sorry, be right back. Yeah, my grandma got a new telephone and she tried to use it and she was successful using it. So applause to her, and let's check out what is going on. So this hatchery by Nerchio is still alive. He got a shitload of roaches and zerglings and stuff, and but the forces of Strelok, he's not attacking because he just doesn't need to. He knows, he's completely aware of the fact that oh, and this is nice, having the siege tanks here on the island, and any overlords will be intercepted by the Vikings. And oh, Hellions trying to move here to the low ground and to the 6 o'clock main base, and Nerchio needs to get with his drones, but no, Hellions coming in there, even though they don't have the free infernal free igniter. Oh, actually, they were only able to kill 1 drone, Zerglings clearing up the rest, and expansion time for Strelok moving his forces here to the top left island, and it's time for us to take a look at the supply again, and there we see still pretty even, 149, 155, and remember, it is Lost Temple, and it is close positions, but Nerchio barely hanging in there, even though the supply is about the same. It just feels not good for Nerchio. I mean, he was able to protect this base here, but Strelok on the other hand is not only expanding here on the island, he is also expanding to the 3 o'clock main base. Now the roaches are moving out. What is he doing? The only thing he will do is force a cancel, but now the mech power army of Strelok is moving out. Nerchio is forcing a lift here. He needs to get home back with his roaches. Now the siege tank, and so many siege tank. He's got 18 siege tank. He's got 4 Thors. He's got all these Hellions as well. Roaches moving in. Of course, the roaches will get taken out so fast. Banelings rolling in, trying to do some damage, but using Banelings against Thors is just not working at all. We take a look at supply once again. Now we see Strelok is not that far ahead as personally I would have thought. There we see some more roaches. Roaches trying to pick up some siege tank. I'm not sure why Strelok wasn't maintaining this the siege here at this location, allowing Nerchio to reproduce units. He's just producing more roaches, not any more zerglings. Of course, he feels zerglings wouldn't be that effective against the siege tank, and he's just like, what the fuck?